Mister. He's like chasing me down. Why so aggressive, mister? He's like, get down on the ground, mamas. Mwah. Okay, so let's start with like a foam roller, a ball or a yoga block, but something that you can put some pressure. We're gonna start with calves. We're gonna kind of work up our leg a little bit here. This is like the necessary stuff that I often skip, and after I do it, I'm like, oh, that felt so good. I should do this every day. So if you're using a foam roller, you can put I start at the bottom of my calf, put one leg on, put the other leg on top of it, and then you can just kind of move back and forth. It's the same thing with everything, really. Like on here, it's a little softer. It's a little more like, kind of just like loving massage. Like this is like a sweetest massage. This is more like a deep tissue. Okay, I'm Maeve. I'm glad you're here. Really, there's no like form to this in the sense of like what I'm giving you for a setup. If there's a better way for you to be here, then find your better way. But this is what we're gonna do right here. Hi, little. I like to go up and down and back and forth, and then I just move the length of my calf. If you want a little more pressure, you can kind of lift your butt up and put more weight on that calf. And I really like to get all the way out to the outer calf muscles, the peroneals. I like to get inside here. Oh, sorry, mister. All the while breathing. You can just do natural breath. You don't have to do ujjayi or anything. Just kind of let it be natural. When you're ready, we'll switch to the other side. Maybe take a couple more breaths here if you need it. Like all things, it can feel tender. It can feel a little ouchy, but I don't want it to feel like you're hanging onto a cliff and you're on death's door here. Like I don't want it to be so hard that it feels painful. Like avoid the pain. Find sensation, but avoid like straight up pain, please. Notice any difference from the first side to the second side. Like I twisted my left ankle about 4 months ago, and it's not yet right. Like it needs to be popped back into place. And on my left calf here, there's so much more feedback because I think my leg is doing so much more to stabilize my ankle on this side. This is my theory. Find where you need a little more attention and just kind of hang in there. Nice. Good. We're going to stay on this side or like facing up. Cross ankle to knee. Whatever you're using. So a yoga block is a little awkward here. Foam roller is definitely, or a ball is definitely a little more conducive to this, but you can just kind of roll. You could even do this just literally on the floor like this and just kind of roll around here. So if you didn't have anything, you can still do it. I still feel my muscle there getting a little massage. So outer hip, glute max, like the big muscles of the booty. Kind of play with your leg here. Like I said, there's no right or wrong. Just don't go on bone. That's like the big thing is like don't go on the bone. The bone won't like it if you're just resting on it. Try to stay on the muscle and the fascia. And then we'll switch sides whenever you're ready. You can play with the angle of the roller. Be mindful of your shoulders here and stay strong in the arms and shoulder girdles so you're not just collapsing into your joints. Keep your core strong to protect your back. Last few breaths here. And then we're going to move to our quadriceps. So if you don't have something here, like if a block is like not the greatest, but you could be here and you could put your little mister, your quadricep on here and just kind of move around on that. I'll give you a little pressure, but because it's like flat, it's just not as enjoyable as if you have like a ball or something smooth like a foam roller. So you can figure it out. And just like we did our calves, forward and back and side to side. And it doesn't have to be uniform. It doesn't have to be like only up, like forward and back and then only side to side. Like that can be a combination. You could move a little up and then go side to side. Explore the length of the quadricep. This is also an opportunity to work a nice strong plank here, waking up your core quite a bit. Sometimes I like to bend the leg to pull the quadricep into a lengthened position. I'm going to go all the way up to the front of my hip. Few more breaths there, and then you're going to bring your ball or your roller here to your inner thigh. Kind of land off on your thigh. Take your leg on an angle here. So you're getting from the inner knee to the inner groin. If you're ever stretching on your own, I always like to start with myofascial release, so foam rolling or ball rolling, as a means to warm up the muscles and let you get into a nicer stretching pattern. Good. And then when you're ready, if you need a few more breaths, stay there. But when you're ready, we'll come into the other quadricep. So just going to keep it moving right along. Forward and back, side to side, in no particular order. Again, just noticing from one side to the other what you might feel. Like for me on this left side, I'm just all lit up, like everything is on fire on my left side. Like all muscles are recruiting to stabilize my hip and my ankle. And I don't always realize that until I do something like this that gives me this real definitive sensory feedback. And a few more breaths here, and when you're ready, you'll start to transition to that inner thigh. So I like to start at the knee, like just above the knee, and then kind of just let the leg rest there and get acquainted with the sensation, and then I start to move up Move forward and back a little bit. Maybe lift the foot up, drop it down. All the way from the inner knee to the inner groin. Couple more breaths here. When you're ready, we're going to take the roller, a ball, a block, behind the shoulder blades, and supporting the head, just opening here, and then consider straighten the legs out. You can lift the head like a little crunch. You can kind of work your way down your spine here as long as it feels okay. You can bend your knees, lift your hips a little bit, roll it out as much as you want. And then put your hips back down if they came up. Roll over to your right side a little bit. Extend this right arm long. And then just getting into the lat and how it connects into the shoulder here. Ooh, my goodness. Come back through center. Roll slightly left, take that left arm long, and then a little bit up and down. And then carefully come off of the roller. Ball, whatever you're using, and then just lie flat for a moment. Just feel the state of your body here. Notice your breath. Smooth it out. And then left foot to the floor. Right ankle crosses to the left knee. Open that right knee. Don't pick up the legs yet. Drop your legs to the right so that your right thigh kind of comes down to the ground. Give a little pressure, right ankle to left thigh, and kind of feel this hip sort of moving, that leg going long. Back to center. Now lift the legs up. You can hold the left leg if it feels good. If you don't need to hold it, you're good where you are. And then release the left foot down, right foot down. Cross left ankle over right. Don't pick up the legs. Just press that left knee away. And then both legs go over to the left. So the left thigh comes down, the knee comes down. Give a little pressure, left ankle to right thigh. Just feel this right hip kind of come across. Notice the difference between the first side to this side, if there is one. For me, it feels totally different. Like, totally different. Come back to center. And then lift up. And support on the right leg if it feels good. As always, in my class, I encourage you to explore variations in postures, options in your body. Good. Bring the foot down, release the leg. Take the feet as wide as your hips. Just rock your knees side to side a couple of times. Oops. I am too close to the wall. Come through center, hug your knees in, rock up. And downward facing dog. Let's take it back into down dog. So if you don't normally foam roll before your yoga practice, like if it's something that you typically do more like around your workouts or as a standalone, maybe notice how this down dog feels after doing your calves a little bit, after doing your hips with some myofascial release. Good. Massage, basically. It might not feel any different. That's totally fine if it doesn't. Right foot comes outside of your right hand. Left knee down. Blocks are great here. You can be straight arms on the floor, straight arms on blocks, or maybe forearms down, floor, or on blocks. Push the ground away. Feel strength in the shoulder girdle. Engage the left hip, the glutes. Press into the right foot. Your right knee can open out to the side, but try not to just let it flop open. Like, be connected to this right leg, this hip, whatever it's doing. Feel its strength. And feel free to play with the angle of that right foot, which kind of helps to guide the knee. It can be turned open, it can be straight ahead. Come back to straight arms if you're on your forearms. Straighten your front leg. If it's okay, keep your foot a little bit wide and then extend your heart forward. Dig the heel down and pull the crease of your hip back. Yes, perfect. Good. Stay here, pick up your right hand, block can come. Bring your hand a little over to the right, and then turn a little to the right. Yep. Perfect. Beautiful. Press into your hands, pick up the right leg, bring it through center, bend the front knee, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, framing the front foot, hands, blocks, floor, whatever you need. Just back knee up or back into a lunge. Beautiful. Yes, really nice. So push into the arms so much that you get a sense of plank. And you're going to pick up the right foot and just slide it back about a foot, like 12 inches. And then pick up your left leg, and you're in Warrior 3. So I'm going to stay in a supported version. If you don't have blocks, you could just come into full Warrior 3, or if you just have the preference of doing so, go for it. But I really like this supported version because it gives me some feedback about the placement of my shoulders. So if I take my hands away, I don't know if my shoulders are square to the ground or not, which, by the way, you don't have to have your shoulders totally square to the ground. But if I want to work in that position, I know, pending that one of my arms is slightly longer than the other, which I don't think is true, or one of my blocks is slightly off, it's going to give me the feedback of knowing where my shoulders are relatively square to the floor. Don't worry about squaring the hips, square the shoulders as best you can. And then work the left glutes to hold that leg up and to stretch it back. Bring your feet together. Bend your knees. Chair. Take your heart up. Take your gaze up if it's okay. Sink the hips down. One more inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Lengthen your spine and step back to plank. Breath in, all the way to your belly, exhale. Shalabhasana, stretch the feet back, stretch the arms back. Downward facing dog. Pause. Feel your breath. Feel the work you just did. Notice sensation, thought patterns. And left foot comes outside of your left hand. Right knee down. Option to use blocks here. Straight arms or forearms. You have the freedom to move that left foot wherever you want to lengthen or shorten your stance here. Nice and strong through the shoulders. Come back up to straight arms. And then keep the blocks if you like. Straighten the front leg. Keep this angle on the leg if it feels okay. Dig your heel down. Kind of pull the hip back a little bit and lengthen your spine. Really nice. Yes. I can hear my cat throwing up off camera. I don't know where they are. Little. Let's hope it's not a carpet. It's always a carpet. It's always a carpet. Or a couch cushion. Which thankfully I can launder, but mister, don't do me like that, mister. All right, so left hand, if it feels okay, is going to come over to the left, and you're just going to kind of shift the torso over a little bit. Yes, beautiful. Where'd you do it, mister? They always come and fess up. All right. You're going to push into your hands to pick up that left leg. So you're channeling the energy of plank. Come forward. And we're back into a lunge. Back knee is lifted. Back hip is working. Arms are straight. Gently pressing your feet down to the ground. Like press them down. And then you know what I'm about to say. Gently draw them toward each other. Good. I'm going to find that same sense of planking. Push the arms down a lot. Feel the shoulder blades spread. Pick up that left foot. Bring it back about a foot. And then right leg is going to lift up. Warrior 3. Right hip is working to lift and to extend your right leg. Notice your spine. Find a little more length if you can. One more breath in. Bring your feet together. And just bow gently. Forward fold. Inhale. Rise all the way up to stand. And draw your hands into your heart with your exhale. Very nice. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway. Plank, exhale. Breath in plank. Chaturanga or the floor. Cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, rise to your toes. Bend your knees with your exhale. Look at your hands and bring your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise. Hands to your heart, exhale. So just classical Surya Namaskar A. I'm just going to cue the breath because I know you know it. Inhale, reach out. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, plank, pause. Breath in, your transition, exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lift your heels, inhale. Bend your knees, exhale. Feet to hands. Inhale, length. Exhale. Bow. Rise. Breath brings you up. Hands to heart. So we're going to rest for a couple, not rest, but we'll stay in down dog for a couple breaths. Inhale. Exhale. I did not make that clear on the first one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Stay and breathe. Inhale to your toes. Exhale, stretch back, feet to hands. Inhale. Exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands hard, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow. Halfway, inhale. Right foot steps back. Crescent pose, inhale. Stay here, breathe. Breath in. Hands down. Straighten the front leg. Lift up the front of the foot if it feels good. On the left foot, that is. Good. Pivot your right heel in. Left toes turn a little. Skandasana. You can use a block under your hip. You can do whatever you need here. Make it feel good and right. It can be high. It can be low. Yes. Come into center. Goddess. Yeah, really nice. Good transitions. Beautiful. Whatever you want with your arms. One more inhale. Prasarita Padottanasana. Square off your feet. Release the crown of the head down. Release your hands down. Inhale, lengthen. Bring your hands around top of the mat. Three-legged dog, left leg to the sky. Walk your hands slowly back to your right foot. You're at the back of your mat for standing splits. And then cross your left leg behind the right leg, so your left foot comes to your right foot. And then just bow down. Feel where your hips are in space. Maybe walk the hands over to the right. Keep your legs like this. Bring the hands back through center. Walk out to plank. Squeeze the legs strong. Lower chaturanga or the floor. Release the leg. Inhale. Rise your back bend. And down dog. Right leg stretches back, inhale. Right foot between your hands. From the ground up, triangle. Block is spectacular here. On the back of the leg. Root the feet. Feel your wingspan. For today, if it feels good, left hand behind the head, and then lean back. A little twist open. Stretch the arm back up. Bend your front knee. Ardha Chandrasana. Come forward. Any version that feels good to you today. Inhale, come around to stand. Reach up to the sky. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Step your right foot back. Crescent pose, inhale. Imprint your feet. Feel the ground under you. Yes. Really nice. One more inhale. Hands come down. Straighten both legs. Blocks are great here. Maybe lift the front of that left foot up. So just start to rotate the feet. Bend the front leg. You're going to come into Skandasana. Beautiful. Yep. Good. Come through center, goddess. Yep. And then forward fold, Prasarita. Lengthen up. Hands come back to the top of the mat. Sweep the left leg back. This time open up the hip if it feels good. And then if you want, flip your dog. So we're still on the same side. We haven't switched sides yet. I hope that was clear. Come around. Left foot's going to come to the top of your mat. Warrior 3, push off. And then rise up to stand and just pause. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway. Left foot steps back, exhale. Crescent, rise up. Release your hands down. Straighten the front leg. Lift the front of the foot if it feels good. So now we're on the second side. You start to pivot the feet. Skandasana. Whatever that is on you. Transition to center, goddess. And Prasarita. Square off the feet, bow forward. Inhale, lengthen, come back to the top of your mat. Three-legged dog, right leg to the sky. And then walk your hands to the back of your mat, to your left leg, standing splits. Your right leg is going to cross behind the left. So pinky toes towards each other. You're going to move your hips around a couple times here. Just feel what you feel. And if it feels good, hands walk over to the left.
Come back through center, walk out, plank, keep the legs. Legs strong, breath in. Chaturanga or the floor. Release the foot, inhale, rise, your back bend. And down dog, exhale. Left leg back, inhale. Left foot forward. From the ground up, triangle. Yeah. Beautiful. And if it feels good, maybe bring the right hand behind the head, bend the elbow, and lean back a little bit. Find like both a little twist open and a little bit of a back bend. We'll use that bottom hand. Both feet. Your breath. Reach the arm back up. Soften the front knee, half moon. Any variation that you like today. Yes, beautiful. Inhale, rise up to stand. Reach up. And exhale, bow forward. Inhale for length. Left foot again steps back. Crescent, inhale. Release your hands down. Straighten the front leg, lift the front of the foot if it feels good. And to start this pivot of the feet, Skandasana. Come through Goddess in the center. Little. And then Prasarita, square off the feet, release crown of the head down. Lengthen the spine, bring your hands around top of the mat. Right leg sweeps back and open, flip over if you'd like, or just enjoy a stretch here. Right foot top of the mat. Warrior 3. Inhale, rise up. And place your foot down, just pause. Feel your breath, feel your center. Maybe close your eyes if it's okay. Bend your knees, chair. We're going to come down to sitting and we're going to lie down. If you have a block, get your block. Foam roller works here too. Lie down. Bridge your hips up. Put the block or ball or foam roller under your sacrum. And then legs come up. Your knees can be bent here. If this feels like a lot of work to hold your legs up, consider using a strap. Start to bend your knees. You can put one foot down at a time, or if you're really comfortable doing so, both feet come together. Take a pause here. Just stay on the block or whatever you're using. And then bridge your hips up, remove the apparatus, and then release your hips down. Take your legs out straight. Just take a little pause here. Notice how you feel, sensation, breath, your mental state. And then take your arms out to the sides. Push into your left leg and lift up your right leg. Bend your right knee. Take the right knee out to the right as you pull your right foot kind of across toward the left. And then bend the left knee and kind of catch the foot on the thigh. So ankle to knee is great here. If you want, you can slide this right foot up toward the crease of your right hip, like here. And you press the ankle gently into the thigh. And if you want, left foot comes across and walks toward your right sitting bone. And then maybe release the legs down. All these are like just variations of lotus or ankle to knee. So find what works for you. No tension on the knee, no odd pulling. Just leave it alone if you feel that. Count your breath in for 6, your breath out for 6. Same way you came in, so kind of press down into the left foot if you're all the way down. Lift up, slide the foot back over, pick the leg back up, and then place it down. And then left leg lifts up. Foot comes over to the right, knee turns out toward the left, and kind of catch the ankle with the thigh. You can help the foot up a little higher if you want. If If you want, right foot moves toward your left sitting bone. Maybe the legs released in. And we're going to come out the same way you came in, so kind of push into that right foot, lift the left knee up, slide the right foot over, place the left leg down, place the right leg down, little pause. And then left knee in, drop it over to the right side, easy twist. Back to center. Release the left leg. Right knee in. Easy twist. Back to center. Option for a supported Supta Baddha Konasana. If you're really happy, you can do it without the support, but if you need, I'm pretty open here, but I just like the blocks. It just keeps me from going to like my max. So I feel a little supported. And then 6 counts in, 10 counts out on your breath. Slowing our exhales. Staying here, or extending the legs out. One more breath, 6 count in, 12 count out. And then just let go of your breath. Your body, let go of your thoughts, your need to control your thoughts, let them come in and out. your breath to deepen again. Pick up your fingers and your toes. Stretch long. Bend your knees. Roll over to your side. Then from your side, rise to sitting. Nice. Hands to your heart. Enjoy a breath or two here, just feeling how you feel after your practice. This is important. Not just with the practice, but with everything we do. How do we feel when we do something, or when we do nothing even? Just tapping into ourselves. Bow your mind to your heart. Just honor yourself for showing up. Rise up, eyes open. Thank you so much for your practice. I'm sorry for my voice. Hopefully you could hear me well enough. Have a good day.